Hi, I'm Christine, and things get wilder after 50. A new psychological study came out saying that Gen X, and that's those of us currently between 45 and 60, are the most self-controlled, self-reliant, and fearless generation. Are we surprised by this? No. We were the latchkey kids. We were the young kids given a key in our pocket, told to go home and take care of ourselves till an adult got home. The rules while you were there? Don't let anyone in and don't set the house on fire. Now, as a latchkey kid, I can confess that I let lots of friends in. And although thankfully we never set anything on fire, I can't say that matches were never played with. But there are other reasons why Gen X might seem fearless and self-controlled. Let's talk about the games we played. We played lawn darts. Lawn darts. Who thought this was a good idea? They weren't tiny little things either. They were big steel darts, and we hurled them at one another across the yard. Now, the goal, of course, was for that thing to land in this tiny little plastic ring. Did it get in the ring a lot? Not really. And thankfully, most of us were smart enough to steer clear or run when we saw one of those things hurling at us. But unfortunately, not everyone was so lucky. Yes, there were ER visits, there were injuries, there were even deaths. Apparently, there were 3 deaths recorded that ended lawn darts. And honestly, there were probably a lot more. How accurate do you think ERs were in the 80s for writing down injury due to lawn dart? But yes, 1988 saw the last of the lawn darts. Rest in peace. Don't come back. But you can still get lawn darts. They're just not the same. They look like this now. And if you throw one of these full force at your sister, it might leave a bruise, but at least nobody's going to the ER. What else did we do back in the 80s? Well, in the 70s and 80s, we built ramps. Now, if you weren't around, that probably sounds kind of odd, but we were the last kids who were probably told to go outside and play unsupervised. Either adults just weren't around, or they were inside and they were the ones telling us to get the heck out of the house and don't come back till dinner. So we had the inspiration of Evel Knievel and the Dukes of Hazzard. The Dukes of Hazzard I will mention in another video when I talk about TV. Anyway, we built ramps. We grabbed whatever we could find, old plywood, piece of somebody's old fence. You used boxes, rocks, again, whatever was available in the neighborhood to boost it up as high as you could. And then you got on whatever had wheels. Your bike, that plastic big wheel, your roller skates, and you went full speed ahead down that ramp, or up that ramp as it was, and you tried to fly off of it as best you could. Was it fun? Heck yeah. Did we get hurt? Oh yeah. There were bruises, scrapes, probably some broken bones. Did we complain or whine? No. Because then some adult would come out and tell us, put all that stuff away. Wasn't yours to begin with, likely. And we'd all get in trouble. No one wanted that. So yes, we built ramps. But it wasn't just the outdoor games that made us fearless. What about some indoor games? What about Hasbro's Perfection? Perfection was the game that came with its own jump scare. Now they have Perfection now, but it's not the same. The pop isn't nearly as loud. The pieces don't come flying at your face the way they used to. And even the color scheme is cheerier. Ours was brown, dull yellow, and orange. Yeah, those were the colors of the early 80s. Perfection, if you've never seen one, was a game where you pressed the middle part down. Then you turned on the timer. And in that 60 seconds, you had to put all these little different shaped pieces in the right hole before it went off. Sounds easy enough. It was terrifying. That tick, tick, tick. It made it sound like a bomb was gonna go off. So when that thing exploded, like it almost always did, you jumped. Perfection was fun, but it also left you kind of twitchy and knowing what anxiety was. But the game was so popular, Hasbro eventually made a Super Perfection. Super Perfection, you had to put all those little pieces together before you could put them in the game board. I read online somewhere somebody said that Super Perfection was their first bout of PTSD. That tells you what you need to know about games in the 1980s. So tell me, did you have these games? Did you build ramps? Play with lawn darts? Had Perfection throw things in your face? And are there any other games from the 70s and 80s you'd like us to talk about? Just let me know in the comments below.